Hi Cappies! In January 2022, you're finally receiving the fruits of your labor in something that you've been working on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do a January reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Check your rising sign first. Before we begin, this is a collective reading. It will not make sense for every single Capricorn out there. Bear in mind that we are pulling on collective energy, and so some of this reading may not resonate for you. Book a personal reading if you'd like a reading specifically tailored to you. Next announcement that we have is these readings are available via podcast. So if you'd like to listen to tarot readings without ads or just use your devices while you're listening to tarot, check the link in the description. You're able to listen via podcast on Apple and Android devices. And last but not least, remember to like this video, like, comment, and share so that we can grow this channel together. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so much. Really appreciate you and the ways you've supported the channel in the past, and the ways that you continue to support this channel. So let's get started. Okay, Capricorns, we begin the reading. The past energy is no place like home. It's clarified by the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Also the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. And we also have the 6 of Swords, clarified by the Star, and the Hangman. Where do I start? You are working in the past on something or working in a specific place that you did not feel like you fit or belonged. Hence, no place like home, because this card talks about fitting into places, coming home to yourself, belonging. So you are working on something or working at a specific job or working on a specific project where you didn't really feel like you belonged. And it's interesting because I feel like you were working really hard. You were giving it all that you got, but somehow your heart wasn't in it. You were coming up as the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. So maybe working so hard on something that you needed to prioritize rest, and also not being 100% fulfilled, because this card talks to me about a lack of fulfillment in a specific position that we are in. So I feel like you decided to move on from this job, this creative project, this work project, whatever this thing is that you were working on, and I feel like you started to look at it from another perspective. Maybe look at your work in general from another perspective. I feel like you took a path away from this job because we have the 6 of Swords that talks about transitions. Maybe you moved on to something else. But whatever you decided to do, I feel like it was more so of pouring back into yourself. I feel like it was moving on from something that was so exhausting that you poured into this thing so much, maybe into the people who you're working with. And when you moved away from that, it was kind of like, okay, let me give everything that I was giving to this job to me. So maybe some of you decided to work for yourself instead of working for other people moving forward. In the current energy, we have deep knowing, and that's clarified by the Death card and the Justice card. We also have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. Also the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 8 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 6 of Wands. Lots of messages here. The first message is that you have been going through some kind of transition, which clarifies to me that you definitely moved away from a job, an old thing that you were doing, and you're now embracing the new. You're going through the process of a death and a rebirth, so that things that didn't serve you, like this old job or this whatever you were doing in the past, can end so that you can welcome new things into your life. Now, the Death card is not a great energy to go through, but it's one that is necessary for us to go through. it's one of those periods into our lives where we kind of go through a mass shedding of everything, and we reset by aligning with new things. So not the best energy while you're going through it, but in retrospect, when you look back on a death card moment in your life, you're like, okay, I see why that had to happen. So just some perspective for you. Now, while you're going through this transformation, I feel like there's a specific idea or vision that you are working on that you love, and that it may be a little bit creative, because we have cups and wands. So to me, maybe you're working on something creative, maybe you're working on something that is passionate, that you are passionate about. It makes sense to you. You love doing it. Doesn't have to make sense to anybody else but you. But you're working on this thing. And for some reason, I feel like your resolve is being tested and your commitment to this thing is being tested. It's almost like you have some deep knowing that you should be doing whatever it is that you're doing right now, or that whatever you're doing right now will be successful, but you kind of have not seen that like version of success that you would want to see it. So I feel like it's like right now you are kind of remaining, I wouldn't want to say you are defending your position on what you're doing. It's like you're choosing to remain steadfast and continue on the path that you chose. You're continuing to remain steadfast on this deep knowing that you have, that whatever you're working on is going to be beneficial, is going to be successful, is for your highest good. And I feel like it's coming. It's literally coming, because here you are and you're like, I'm not going to give up on this. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to give up on whatever it is I'm building. And we see that you're putting in the work with the Eight of Pentacles. One thing about Capricorns, they're not afraid to do the actual work. This is not like a dreaming energy of, oh, I wish this will come to me. Capricorns are going to show up and do the work in addition to visualizing the results that they want. So you've been working on it, and I feel like here comes a success. It feels like something that you're doing is going to be successful and put you into this position of abundance, having all that you need, but you kind of need it to you kind of need to allow it to come to you. It's not going to be on your timing, it's going to be on divine timing, but it's going to come. This moment of being elevated, maybe people watching you, maybe people celebrating your success. For those of you who are in the spotlight, this is a spotlight card, the Six of Wands. I feel like there's some kind of accomplishment that you are in the middle, like you're working towards it right now. And I feel like if you do have a deep knowing that something will be successful, you should stick to that knowing. Whether or not anybody else knows it or not, you know it. And then to reaffirm what I just said, we're closing the reading with happy, happy. This is a future energy. This is a future energy where you are closing out your transformation, the World card. We have the Queen of Cups, which is you, clarified again by the Queen of Cups in another deck. The World card, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. So you're going through this process of balance and closing out this cycle where you had to transform your working environment, your working world. I feel like it, like I said, the Death card does not feel like the most pleasant thing, but the Justice is here. The universe is saying you've really worked hard, Capricorns, and we're going to give you all of the things that you deserve for your hard work. So it feels like you've kind of deserved something, and the universe is recognizing that and giving it to you. Now, by the end of this transformation, I feel like this is you coming into the Queen of Cups energy. You're a little bit more empathetic, and you're a little bit, it's been a challenging period. Whatever this transformation has looked like for you personally, it's been challenging and it's probably been emotional, but I feel like you've worked through it, you've gotten through it. I feel like you are in the future coming up on the close of this. It's not here yet, you haven't closed a cycle, but you're heading in the direction of closing out this cycle. So if you've been having a tough time, if this transition has been hard for you, it's not much longer. You are going to be closing out the cycle soon, and I feel like you will have something to celebrate once you do. The Fool, clarified by the Ace of Cups, feels to me like a new relationship. Some of you, if you are looking for a new love, I feel like that's coming in the future. Others of you, if you're not looking for a new romantic interest, I feel like this is just new loving relationships, whether that be new friendships, new acquaintances. I just feel like it's a connection with people from a heart space. And last but not least, we have the Hierophant, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. You're taking action, and it's like you're very enlightened about the things that you do and them amounting to something in the future. So it's like you're sticking to what you know, and you're committing to the action anyway, and you are having patience with whatever you are doing, and finally seeing the results of all of the patience that you've had, seeing the results of all of the belief that you've had in yourself. So, Cappies, if you are working on something, continue to do that. I feel like it will be very beneficial for you. If you're going through any form of transitions, continue to go through it. It may not feel great right now, but it will be for the best at the end of this transition. So I'll leave you here. I hope this reading helps you, and see you next time. Bye.